Hi there and welcome to this walkthrough video. Today I'm going through a horror sound design track of mine called Mold, published by Elephant Music. This track was very recently, I believe last week, used in the very first teaser trailer for Scream 6, which I'm very proud of. Not only because it's great to get a placement, of course, but we also did some customization in this track to kind of fit the trailer, which was, let's say, kind of a challenge. Very, very minor stuff, mainly stuff to the drones and beds, so the overall structure and feel and sound of the track wasn't really changed that much. But also, as you can see, this layout is with the stems down here, and that is because for some reason, and if anyone knows the answer to this problem, please hit me up, because this is becoming a problem. Also, if anyone from Native Instruments is looking or watching, please fix this. For example, this H strings, I have absolutely no idea what patch this is, because I'm sure when I leave something, even leave it on a hard drive for a while, things are gonna be as it was when I saved it. But when I open up Contact, boom, the patch is gone. And this is not the first project this is happening. So if anyone knows the solution, or if it's just a mistake by Native Instruments, that's a really, really bad one. Anyways, so I took all the stems so we can listen through the track and kind of go through it without having to find all the patches and so on. So without further ado, before we go through it, I will push play and let's listen to this track. All right, so all in all, a very simple yet effective horror sound design track. So if we take it from the start, we start out as every bloody trailer in every genre. We start off with a boom and some sort of signature sound with a drone and a bed underneath. We let it build, we add a small element into the boom, and we add another layer, a synth bed. First new kind of hit, and we go into a boom. We are now into more frequent booms and sound effects to kind of keep it low but build up the pace. We go into a boom, another layer, and a riser to build it up to the end of the first act. Great. A very simple but effective intro to the track. And that's for what I've heard from both publishers and editors. They really like these very, very, very simple tracks. Just build a layer, a bed, almost kind of like painting a 3D picture. You have stuff in the far background, very, very far, and then you have stuff a bit close, and you have all the booms and the signature sounds up in your face. So a slowly evolving bed with a few signature sounds to edit points, remember it, and some booms, and build the intensity with a riser and end it off with another edit point. Then we get into the second act, which for this kind of track I would actually have started a bit different, but this is the direction we kind of went in. So we start off with these rhythmic, I believe it's actually just a sample of my door closing reversed, if I remember correctly, with a string patch I can't remember because thank you Contact. And we have a slow building riser underneath. We introduce some pulses and the first kind of more gnarly sounding signature sound. And we let the track be. The pulse is pulsing, and after a few bars we introduce a hit, a clock, and a bigger hit for a kind of, we're like, you know, we're in the middle of the trailer now. We get some dialogue, we get a few scares here and there. And we just slowly build it from here. New sounds, new layers. We start again, like in the intro, we build with more frequent hits to more frequent edit points for this part of the trailer. And another layer, and more layers of rises. And normally here you would give it a quick pause for one bar or something. But because the back end have so many big noisy parts with so many pauses and low points, this having a pause or break here would kind of ruin the whole build of the track, because what we get right after is a big signature sound with big hits and big percussion, and then it gets quiet. Right, so it would lose momentum and impact if I had a pause in the middle here. So we get into the third act. And did you see or hear what happened? There is a small tempo shift. Which, of course, because there's not much happening in the actual track right here. So we get from this slow, if it was the same tempo, it would kind of feel like a slow, sluggish third act with this kind of tempo and kind of act. So it's slow, we are building kinda, and then we get up a tempo. So some people tell you don't ever change tempo and so on and so on. I'm more kind of like the guy that goes, if it fits, why not? It clearly placed, so I guess it worked, right? Anyways, we get a tempo shift, we get new big signature sounds, some big percussion, and this is not just a pull loop, because that's a no-go in this industry, but it is a loop that I believe I used well, this is Logic, so I believe I used flex time at some point and cut it up and bounced it out again or something. Yeah, anyways. And we get quiet. Then we get another big hit. But we enter a new sound, even though it's the same kind of stuff. Always, for every, I would say every 8th bar-ish, add a new exciting element so that either excites the track with an interesting sound choice, musical motif, or something that builds intensity, kind of like rhythm or another type of clock or a new riser and so on. Something that builds intensity and impact. Then we get to the third hit. We're into the rises. Some new percussion for the final part of the act. And if you notice it, every Brahms, it's not much, but every big Brahms sound kind of goes very, very slightly up in pitch, just a tiny bit. So it's not just the same. So it kind of actually feels like this Brahms signature sound riser within itself. And straight on again. We get the outro, a bit with the signature sound to kind of give an opportunity for the editor for a title card. Anyways, that's pretty much the track. Oh, now that we actually have the stems up, I can show you what I mean about all these goddamn edit points. What's the madman talking about all the time? Okay, so when a editor opens up the stems he gets sent from a publisher for a trailer, this is what he sees. He just sees it in whatever he's editing it, Premiere Pro or something. And think like an editor. Okay, I'm looking at all this and I want something that sounds intense. Oh, this looks intense. Right, and he can see the names of these, and he goes like, I would really like I have this other track, but I would really like a clock and in this and that tempo, and he can go, oh, wait. Oh shit, I forgot this. And boom, you just placed a stem. Right, remember, you don't always place full tracks. Sometimes you just place a stem, or you did a cool riser, for example, and the editor goes, Right, so the editor goes, okay, I have this middle part of the trailer and I need something that drives, is a bit intense but not too much, and he goes, look at the waveforms, and boom. That's how these trailers get edited. So that is why every time I do one of these walkthroughs of placed tracks, I emphasize on edit points, edit points, edit points. It's not because you have to do it for the edit points. You can still do this kind of music for your own artistic ways and so on, but you can still have it in the back of your mind to incorporate these kind of edit points, because no matter if you like it or not, these clear edit points will give you placement opportunities somewhere down the line. So that's just a quick helping tip. Take it or leave it. Anyways, that was pretty much it for this track. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like talking about this kind of music or need help or some feedback, if you really want feedback from me, feel free to do it in the comments, or I'm always answering DMs on Instagram and so on, so feel free to hit me up there. I'm always down to listen to music and help out any way I can. So do that if interested. If not, feel free to go on with your life. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. So until next time, Bye bye.